Also, I think I'm able to control Bolt. No, I can't. That's unfortunate. Breadstick opting for random, which means he has Gentleman's with his opponent. That those are the two, or maybe. See, I don't know. This is either Breadstick deeply investing into his own mind, really digging for which character he wants to use, or it's him offering to go random, or it's him saying, you know what? I'm liking how Absa's playing today. I think that's a fair one. His Absa, I want to say his Absa's been playing really, really well. I haven't seen much of his Arcane, but I know his Absa's just been playing really good, so. While it's warm, you might as well. And I'm going to take control away from him. Got him. Sorry, Chompers. And we are good. It is now good. So we are going to indeed have a nice Chompers v Breadstick here. I didn't change him to gold. Meh. Tell Chompers to beat Fatty. Okay. Beat Red, then beat Fatty. No offense to either. Okay, Jenna. I will wish them the best of the best of the best of luck. Just as soon as they finish their set. This is a best of 5 set, ladies and germs. Which means that it's going to be a really fun set, too. We're going to see a lot of counterpicking, I think. We're going to see... Well, I think we're going to see some counterpicking. But we're definitely going to see some good play. Because Breadstick's not in a character crisis, so much as trying to figure out when to use Arcane over Absa. Because both of his characters are quite solid. Chompers is kind of the opposite there. We have 2 characters he wants to play. Yeah, dude. Breadstick himself, the caped one. But yeah, he has 2 different characters he likes to use. He's a big fan of Etalus. Etalus. My goodness. Am I talking about Chomper or am I talking about Bread? Chompers has 2 characters, which is Etalus and a Rano that he's been working on. Whereas Bread has a Absa and a Arcane, and that was beautiful. Down air to up air. For those of you who don't know, of course, if you land a spike on an opponent who is standing on stage, they cannot tech it. So that was true. It was more of a DI read than anything else, but it was true. The caped shirtless legendary commentator. I would say the legendary caped shirtless commentator. But there's somewhere in the middle of both of those. This has been, honestly, a super close game. Chompers trying to just take control of the stage, and Breadstick keeping him away. Using disjoints, using spacing to just try to keep the Etalus out. And it's not an easy task to keep Etalus away. He's a spooky bear. You don't want to let the bear in. But we're keeping some good damage going. And honestly, it's looking pretty solid. Trying to snipe him before he can get the armor. Not going to get it, unfortunately, though. It's a little bit too slow. I dig the option of Chompers to just kind of sit there and wait. I think that's smart. Just kind of pick his battles, if you will. But it's going well, honestly. Like, Chompers is taking a lead. I was going to say it's not that big of a lead, but if he can keep this momentum going, Etalus is so good at just steamrolling people if they don't expect it. Oh, this is good. Another, like, 10% and that will break armor. There it is. Oh, we got another armor. That armor's not getting broken unless he parries it, or unless he wastes it himself. But he has some damage. It's not the end of the world. We are on last stock. Absa not looking too healthy. Can die from a bad DI jab at this point. Let alone any of Etalus's more killing options, like down B. That wasn't looking too bad for Breadstick. Honestly, he did a good job hanging in there. He just needs that little something, just a way to close out stocks, a way to be safer. I don't think Arcane would do much better in this spot. So I'm glad he's sticking with his character. And he does have a few games to work with here. So we'll see if he fixes it. Ooh, this is looking kind of rough. Chompers' coverage on the stage is actually kind of nuts. He is good at adapting. Bread is one of the few players who has actively told me. What's up? Yeah. I'm still waiting. I think I play you. I think I play you next. Bread is one of the few players that I have seen go ahead and just adapt and change his entire playstyle based on what his opponent's doing. I've definitely seen him do that. Bread's also had some really good moments of glory. On the other note, though, he doesn't have any time where he particularly excels, if that makes sense. Like, the way I describe Bread is he's a very consistent player in what he can do, but his overall gameplay tends to lack a bit when he's fighting against people that he has fear against. If he's afraid of you, he'll play a lot worse. And I've noticed that a lot of times. He has like the mental battle that he's having to work on, but... Oh, no. He did wall jump into that, so his options were kind of limited there, and I really like the up air. Covered the air dodge and everything. This is a close match. But Chompers is going to snag it. I feel like that stage wasn't a good option for him. Wasn't bad. He was looking for a way to kill him earlier, so I understand why he went there. It's not just Chompers. It's he has a bit of trouble against Etalus, Craig, Rano, Claire, and a few other little characters. He doesn't get to play them that often. He doesn't get to play against characters like Etalus very often. And that's another big thing to keep in mind. So this is a very learning experience for him, whereas Chompers also is going to play against Absa that often too, so it's cool to see these two feel each other out. Like, I don't know, it's not just Chompers, it's good players too, right? So like, if he's fighting against someone and you tell them they're like the best in state somewhere, he's going to play notably worse than if you tell him there's some scrub from like some random place. And it's unfortunate because he needs it. He needs to get over that fear against good players, because he's at the point where he could take games. It's not just a matter of working it. He needs to push past certain blocks, and it's hard. Like, it's super hard, man. Coming from experience, it is rough to push past any kind of mental block. But we'll see if he can. And I'm excited to see what he does this match. And I will be joined, at least for the last game or for the start of a reverse 3-0. We'll see which.
So I don't know what you've been talking about, but I don't agree with the counter pick.
Neither do I. I can see it not being great because this is a decent stage for Etalus.
Yeah, it's a really good stage for Etalus right
also,
now.
not a good stage for Bread right now because Breadstick, because he hasn't gotten to practice this new stage as much as he wanted to, and when I've played him in it, he just doesn't play around the platforms very well anymore.
Interesting. Yeah, I can see it maybe being like a counter pick just because of like it used to be a comfortable stage, but
it's so different now, and he just needs more practice there.
Ooh, oh, down air could have taken the stock, but he still had his air dodge, so that was good for Breadstick to respect the option.
I didn't even notice that as a possible thing. It's a scary spot, and sometimes you have to let the bear back.
I thought he was going to tech in there. I thought he was going to tech into that hammer. I would have.
Those are the worst. He's spooking him, but he's not really doing anything.
Yeah. That was really good.
That was very good.
That was actually super.
So this was looking
sexy.
really solid for Chompers until, honestly, just then.
Mm-hmm.
And if Breadstick can carry just a little bit of momentum from that, from the fact that they're even again,
yeah,
he could make it back.
He basically brought it from the depths. Like, it was not looking like a good game at all, and then he just took the lead. So that's huge.
Ooh, I like it. Get those sweet spots.
Ooh, he gets him with a bad DI on that. I thought he was just going to pop Cloud, and he's like, nah, man.
You know, I was joking when I said you can come back to the start of reverse 3-0. But by joking, I mean, he can do it. I believe in him. I want to see him do it. If he touch it, it knocks him out.
Yeah, I know.
It made me sad, too.
Yeah, it's okay.
It made me sad. I wasn't sure if he was going to go with Golden or not.
He always goes gold.
That makes sense.
It's the skin of champions.
I'm not the best to talk about it, but I can tell you at least theory and tell you the best way to start.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, he did mention that. I forgot to tell you. I just told him to ping you on Discord, but...
Makes sense. It's super fun. You just need a friend group. And honestly, even you and your brother, you could totally do a two-person session where one of you is just the DM, the storyteller, and put them through it. So, I'll try to send you some resources. I'll talk to some of my friends. Breadstick is another really good person to talk to about that. I really just play D&D. I'm looking into DMing, but Breadstick has DM'd for quite a bit, and he's DM'd a lot of new people, too. Now, let's just say, if Bread can carry some momentum into this game, I could see this being super solid.
Yeah, this he was playing really well at the end of that last game. He brought it back from basically a pretty large deficit. Oh, that was a good cancel.
It was. You know, it's really funny. Any stage that I see you say is good or bad for Etalus, I notice that Etalus is
oh, slick.
I want to say that's the first time I've seen that happen today, but in practice and friendlies,
DI-in on fair, dude. So many things can happen to you.
He got that on me like 7 times in a row.
And it's so easy against Etalus. Like, that's the one thing that Absa has against Etalus is like all those sweet spots hit. And it's like you don't even need to try. It's hard to hit a sweet spot against him.
Ooh. That is a good bit.
There's a lot of ice on the ground right now.
There is a ton of ice, but it is melting.
Yep.
Merchant Port is a pretty sunny stage. It's not too chill.
And our president said there's no such thing as global warming, but I'm seeing it in action literally right now.
Do you see the shrinking Etalus population? We need to do something
The
about
Etalus
this.
ice on the ground is literally melting in front of your eyes. Wake up.
This is so close.
And he burned a double jump. Yep. He died. And just like that, it's another even game. Oh my goodness. So like this is like basically Breadstick's getting a big lead on a stock.
This is Breadstick
Chompers brings it back. Breadstick
now.
takes the stock, and Chompers takes the stock right afterwards.
And that's fine. If it keeps going like that, that is fine.
For Breadstick.
Exactly. Like that's the best he can hope for right now, being behind as he is.
And one thing that he can do to actually get a little bit of an edge in this matchup is start pairing the icicles more, because he is catching you on these little short hops.
It's something that you have to just know is coming.
That was almost it. Oh.
I don't know if you can hear it. Yeah, accurate. Like, jeez, dude.
Oh my goodness.
Bread is playing much better, and this is what I want to see. I think we're going to see a good set. This game has already, honestly, this game and the last game already made it into a good set in my eyes.
Yes, they are, and there's Armor right now, which is a free win in neutral, and that fair
that was good.
It was good.
That was super good.
That was scary. Once he got the Armor, that was really scary.
It was terrifying.